everybody. My name is Xander Nelson. I'm a local musician. I teach, I play gigs all over southern Maine. I'm a guitarist, obviously. And I'm here to show you how to play the Sweater Song by Weezer, correctly known as Undone, but everybody calls it the Sweater Song. So let's dive in, shall we? So we're going to start with a clean sound. There we are. So I'm going to do that by rolling my volume down just a little bit because my amp has a bunch of distortion on it right now. So I am in E flat tuning. So you take every string that you normally have in standard tuning and then you drop it down by 1/2 step. So you get E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and then another E flat up top. A lot of bands in the 90s like Weezer did stuff like that. Green Day is another great example, but yeah, that's a whole world in and of itself that we're going to get into right now. So we start with a clean sound. And we're going to do some picking in this one. So there's this one shape that moves around in the verse part of this song, the part that everybody knows from listening to it. You're going to start with your middle finger right here on the 3rd fret of the low E string. You're going to skip the A string for now. You're going to take your index finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the G. So when you play them all together, sounds a little weird, but we're going to separate them out and play them one at a time. That's called arpeggiating a chord, playing a chord just one note at a time. It's one of those fancy words that sounds a lot scarier than it is. So we're going to pick your E string, skip the A string, play the D, then the G, and then your open B string. So there's your first chord. All you're going to change between the first chord and the second chord is you're going to take your 2nd finger and move it to the 3rd fret of the A string instead. And instead of the E, you're going to play the A, but you're going to play the other 3 strings just the same. So far we've got, and then you move that 2nd finger. Okay, so now for the 3rd part. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that shape right here and we're going to move it up from the 3rd fret and move it up to the 5th fret. So we have 5, 4, 5, open this time. You're still on the A string with your 2nd finger. So then after that we bring it back down to the 3rd fret and we get one more time. So those 4 pieces make up the verse part. We just play them in a cycle. In order, starts here with your 2nd finger back on the E string. You go. Take that 2nd finger, move it to the A string. Then take the whole shape and move it up to the 5th fret. And then back to the 3rd fret. And then just play that in order. So there's your verse part. Pretty cool, right? You play that on a clean sound, but then, as was really common in the 90s, you need to kick on some distortion when it comes to the chorus. So, for the chorus part, we're back to power chords, but we're going to use 3-note power chords. We're going to add our pinky on the same fret as our 3rd finger, but on the D string. So we have 3, 5, 5 here in this case. So we're going to start on that chord there, where you're going to hit it 4 times. So now we're going to take this whole thing, this whole chord, and move it to the A string, the D string, and the G string. So we get nothing on the E, but again, 3, 5, 5 on that next set of strings. So we have So then we take that power chord shape, and just like the verse, we move it from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. And then back to the 3rd fret again. And those are your 4 pieces of the chorus. So all together we have... rock and roll. So let's put all those pieces together. And then our chorus kicks in. And that's Weezer's Undone, parentheses, the sweater song. Once again, my name is Xander Nelson. Thanks very much for listening, playing along, watching. Hopefully this can help you get another leg up on that guitar journey of yours. I'll see you again in the next one.